Hello ladies, welcome back and happy May. I am excited to add to this series of romanticizing our life, and if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I started them in January and then I share one every single month at the beginning of the month. And I am adding to each thing. So January we started with one and then it's just building onto that. So this month we have 5 new things to add to our list of things that we can do to help us romanticize our life and just make our day-to-day more fulfilling, and just it brings joy in different ways, and I hope that that is what this is doing for you. I know that it's doing this for me. I know that while I'm sharing this with you, it's also stuff that I'm enjoying myself or that I'm trying to add to my daily life. First thing that I want to encourage us to do this month is to change up our workspace a little bit. So sometimes we can just get in a rut as far as how we have everything organized, or even just how we have the setup of our space. And that's something that I like to do, is just reconsider how I have everything working for me. Does it have good flow, or do I need to bring something in just to freshen up the space? So more recently I did reorganize my whole entire office space. I rearranged things. Sometimes just rearranging gives you a new perspective and it just helps with your workflow. So that is what I know works for me, because I love to see change. I love when something is fresh and new, and I'm really enjoying the way that I have my office space set up. I did a video on this over on Patreon a couple of, I don't know when it was, if it was last month or the month before, but I just completely reorganized everything and rearranged things. And so if you're interested in that, please head over to Patreon. But I just even bringing in some fresh flowers, sometimes that's all that it takes. Cleaning up your work area, and that's all that one would need to do. The second thing on my list is to create a botanical wall. So this could be in pictures with art. It can be also just on shelves, and where you bring in some fresh flowers or even some faux flower arrangements, but just something where you are bringing the outdoors in a colorful way. And so that's why I would really encourage you to create a botanical wall for yourself. Right now, the only 2 that I really have are the ones that are within my office area, in the hutch that I have above my secretary desk, and then also in my bathroom, the guest bathroom that I have a floating shelf in there, and I really love just bringing in fresh flowers to make it feel really nice and just beautiful. It brings another level of beauty to the space. And I love when I change out my my shower curtain, I like to play off of the colors that I have going in there. So those are the flowers that I will typically clip within my own garden to bring inside, and I just have been enjoying that. I would love to create a gallery wall in my living room area. I already have in my mind what it would look like, at least 6 frames I want to fill. But I wouldn't be opposed to 9 either. I just need to figure out the exact setup that I want to go with, but I know that I want to do it right there. It's the perfect view that I would have from my office. I could really see that wall, and right now it is very, very plain, and I would just love to bring some more life to that space. The third thing on my list that I am encouraging you to do to romanticize your life this month and for the months to come is to really update your nightwear. I think that sometimes we get into a rut as far as nightwear goes. We go to the most the easiest thing. We don't even go for the most beautiful things when it comes to nightwear. And I would encourage you to up your game when it comes to your nightwear, whether that is shopping secondhand for things that you think are beautiful, whether that is just going through what you already have within your wardrobe, within your dresser drawers, anything like that. Just pull out those beautiful pieces that you already have and start using them. And part of making sure that you're going to use your beautiful nightwear is to make sure that you have a wonderful place that you love to go to select those items. So more recently, I changed things over from a drawer in my wardrobe to hanging all of them up, because I took out my, I had some coats hanging in this certain section in my closet area in my wardrobe, and I had recently moved those out of there, and then I wanted to hang up my nightwear. Now I have a video that I'm going to be sharing with you on beautiful nightwear, so if you're interested in that, I'm going to share that in the Lady of the House video this coming week, so make sure that you do not miss it. In that video, I'm sharing with you why I started with my nightwear when it came to presenting myself in a more ladylike way. So if you're interested in that, I really hope that you will watch that. And then also I share my collection of vintage nightwear and just, you know, the different pieces that I have. I go through a lot of them, not every single thing, but I go through a lot of them. And it's just one of those things that I have been enjoying collecting over the years and that I use. And so let me know in the comments below if you love vintage nightwear or if you just love nightgowns in general, because really that's what kind of where I started, was upping my game when it came to my nightwear selections and then going completely to nightgowns. The fourth thing on my list of things that I would encourage you to do to romanticize your life this month is to visit a local exhibit. I think that these are wonderful places to go to because it gives you just a different view of something, and you are going to be supporting a local exhibit, something that they bring in for, you know, the locals to see. And that is something that I really enjoyed doing this past weekend. I went with my brother and my sister-in-law. We went to our local butterfly exhibit, and it's only a certain time that they have that. So sometimes they change out these exhibits seasonally, and so I know that I always look forward to this when it comes to the springtime, because butterflies are just the most gentle creatures, and they are just so beautiful. And it felt like such a magical place when we walked in there, and there was a little girl that said the same thing, and she was like, when I was feeling this, she said it, and it was just so funny, you know, and just the things that little kids say. But that's what it felt like when we went inside there, because they're just fluttering around you, and I mean, what more can one say? Enjoy a local exhibit, maybe a botanical garden or something like that, something that really you can enjoy the beauty that is around you and that somebody else put time and effort into, even a local art exhibit or something like that. And if that's something that you love to do as well, please give us some ideas down in the comments below. What local exhibits do you really enjoy, or do you look forward to each season? My fifth and final encouragement today for us to romanticize our lives is to bathe by candlelight. Many of you know that just the harsh overhead lighting is not good for anybody, and I know that I am much more relaxed in dim or light lighting, and it just makes me feel more at peace. It relieves a lot of stress, and not to mention, just candles in general are more romantic, and might I say that we all look better in candlelight. So that is something that I hope that you will enjoy this month, because it's just one of those things that can often feel like a treat to do, but if it's something that you incorporate into any time that you bathe, then I think that you will enjoy that time a lot more. It will be much more peaceful, and it will give you something to look forward to. I look forward to reading your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye everyone.